All the lokes across the globe, nigga, holla career. Nigga, this crib, cause I crib.
What's happening, man? It's your boy, First Street Frost. I'm back with another one. And this one, I like to call 300. And if anybody has seen that movie, we remember how prolific those fighting scenes was in that motherfucker. So I'm about to tell y'all about the night that shit became a reality inside MCC San Diego 2012. So yeah, let's get it, man. So if you guys remember in my last video, I was and this is going to be two parts. You know, this is the first part, which leads up into the second part. And if y'all remember in the last video, I was talking about how it was a particular incident that made me so prolific throughout the federal system. You know, so this is the first part of it. So, like I told you guys before, I got moved from pod 5-6 over to 7-8 with another brother by the name of Dotson. Bro was only there for about 5 days, man. And then they transferred him out to Geo. So again, I'm the only black left in a unit filled with Paisas and Southsiders, right? But here in range 7-8, the Southsiders was hella cool. Hella cool, right? It was the Paisas that was on bullshit. So, you know, we're in San Diego. Border Brothers, all the shit, right? It's Mexican heaven. So, boom. Around this time, in this range or pod, we had about a good 5-6 Southsiders, maybe. I remember the homie, if I remember his name correctly, his name was Clumsy from Tortilla Flats, out there in Compton. Now, if anybody know anything about Tortilla Flats, everybody know they push NK, which is nigga killer. You know, they get into it real tough with the homies, you feel me? Out there in Compton. But, man, you know, as soon as he got in there, man, bro took a liking to me. You know, we vibed like a motherfucker. You know, he let it see known that he's like, bro, I'm not on that shit. You know, I fuck with my blacks, you know. Whoop. Cool. So then you had the homie Wyatt from Shelltown 38, man. If you watching this, Wyatt, man, I ain't seen that boy since, man. And he was my guy. That was my guy. Then you had the homie Chapo. Now look, Chapo was built like a Mexican ape. I'm talking about the swollest essay I've ever seen, right? He was probably like 5'7", arms like that, right? About a half size bigger than mine. You feel me? He was nice, you know. Straight bulldog for real. No disrespect. But yeah, so I can't remember exactly why they got into it, right? But I remember the essays and the Paisas exchanging words, whatever. The Paisas go that way. Southsiders go this way. So, Chapo, mind you, he's real militant. The boy don't bother nobody. When I say he programs, right? He just got done doing state time. Now he's in feds looking at another 10, 15 years or whatever the case is. So, he is a prison veteran, right? So, you know, all he does, work out, eat, watch his little show, and then he's back to doing whatever it is Chapo does, right? So, you know, they have their little exchange. Chapo's like, whatever. It's going to be what it's going to be, basically. So, next thing I know, Chapo huddles up with the Southsiders. You know, he's like, yo, he's telling them the plan. Whoop, 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 right? Man, look. The Paisas come. They're deep. Mind you, they're about 40, 50 of them deep. It is 6 Southsiders, right? Maybe less. Maybe 5, right? Guess who won the riot? The Southsiders. And I explain why, which is why I call it 3. That's why I call this video 300. So, boom. The Paisas come. They moving deep. As they're coming, there's this little corridor, right? A little corridor. And Chapo's bunk is in the back of the corridor. It's probably it's the size of probably about a 8-foot by 8-foot square, right? But the corridor is probably about 6 feet long, right? As the Paisas is coming, I'm looking, because I'm a little nosy. I got my mama's nose now. I'm a little nosy. You're right. Yeah, so I'm looking. I'm like, ooh, it's about to go down, cuz, on the set. So, next thing I know, as they're coming down the corridor, I see Chapo grab the bunk. Mind you, this is all metal, baby. All metal. This man grabs the bunk, throws it so it blocks off the corridor, right? The only way the Paisas could get to the essays is they have to climb through the bunk in order to make it in that box, in that square. Man, what? Next thing I know, I see Chapo. Come on. That's all I see, right? Man, when I say on Gorn Block Crip, cuz, Paisas is trying to get to these niggas, right? They're trying to climb through the bunk. Chapo. Boom. Knockout. Boom. Knockout. Stab, 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 stab. Knockout. Knockout. Look, I'm not exaggerating, people. This man knocked out at least 4 of these motherfuckers and stabbing them up as he does it, right? The other essays, they ain't really got to do shit for real. They just, you know, they're sort of holding the line, if you will, as they're trying to come through. But Chapo, he's handling his business by himself for real, right? To the point where all 40 of them Paisas, 50 of them Paisas is sitting back like, we ain't going no more. So they start throwing, they throwing locks. I'm seeing about 20 locks go at these niggas, man. Hit Chapo one time, man, busted his shit, but, man, bro stood strong, stood firm. Finally, the people come after about, give or take, about 5 minutes or so. And in riot time, 5 minutes is a pretty lengthy time, right? For a lot of shit to happen, right? So the people come, you know, they spray they shoot their shit, spray their gases and all the shit, right? So they grab these guys up out of there, man. And I never saw Chapo again. Never saw him again. Never saw Wyatt again. I ended up seeing Clumsy again after part 2. Once I get to part 2 for y'all, man. You know, we have a little climax here, man. I'm gonna have to leave it right here. You feel me? So tune in next time, man, where I go ahead and give you part 2, man, because part 2 was pretty wild as well, man. You know, it was Rumble in the Jungle around that time, man. And MCC San Diego was a lot of shit going on between the Paisas and the Southsiders. So, yeah, man, stay tapped in. It's your boy, First Street, Gorn Block Crip, Frost. Don't forget it, man. I'm out.